social media is no longer what it seems.
Instagram.
I know everyone sees that I've got nice toys and nice things, but
And these days, mobile is king.
This is the first piece of content I ever made.
It's a company that, as of a week ago, didn't even have office furniture.
You will be cringe.
His company doesn't even make money.
Social media is no longer the place where you go to share cool photos and graphics back and forth with your friends. It's no longer that. Times have changed. And you, as a business owner or founder or an entrepreneur or whatever you call yourself, you, my friend, need to understand this to a T. Because the shift that has taken place with social media is what's either going to build your business further than what you've already built it, or it is going to leave you in the dust. And quite frankly, my whole job is to make sure that you don't get left in the dust. So I highly recommend that you listen to these next 5 to 10 minutes of what I'm about to tell you. Because truth be told this, I want you to take full advantage of this attention economy that we live in. Attention is the new currency, not the US dollar, not the coins in your purse, attention. The person who can get the most attention will win in 2026 and from then on. And if you don't believe me, I really want you to think about it like this. Please think about it like this. Lean in. I guarantee you can name at least 5 people right now that are half as qualified as you, that don't have half the experience you have, that don't care as much as you, their product or their offer isn't even as good as yours, and yet they are able to create more content. They are able to get more attention than you, so they're probably beating you. That's the world we live in. We live in a world where no matter if you went to school for 4 years, no matter if you are the best, whether you have the most testimonials or not, none of that matters. What matters is who can get the most attention. What matters is who can make the most and the best content more consistently. Now, it being my job to see you win, I'm actually going to be looking at my phone here for notes. I want to give you, my friend, please, I pray that you like this video, save it, put it somewhere, link it in your notes app so you can watch it again, because this is going to change somebody's life and legacy, especially for your personal brand. I want to give you the 3 things that you should build your personal brand based on. These are going to be the 3 main backbones of your personal brand. Everything is going to stem from one of these 3 things if you do it correctly. Number 1, your willingness to serve. The thing is this, my friends, especially as founders, entrepreneurs, business owners, your willingness to serve is what's going to make you stand out from the crowd. Because if you notice, everybody kind of looks like cousins online. Everybody looks related. And what I mean by that is everybody is sharing something similar to the same type of information as the next person, which means that everybody looks and sounds the same. Whether we have different skill sets, different sets of experience, none of that matters because nobody's truly showing it how they need to. And the ones that are the ones that blow up, are the Alex Hormozis of the world, the Myron Goldens of the world. These are the people that we consider to be household names in this personal brand space. And the reason being is because they have an immense and extremely large willingness to serve. Serving your audience is what's going to allow you to stand out from the crowd. How much are you willing to give? How obsessed are you over their problems? You probably watch my content, you're like, dang, that guy knows what he's talking about. Dang, that guy's speaking to me. And it's because I have a strong willingness to serve. That's number 1. Number 2 is your target audience's interest. Now, this one is actually pretty crazy when you think about it, because Gary Vee actually says this. I have his book, one of his books back there, if you can see it on my shelf. He says social media no longer exists. He says we're now moving into a world called interest media. And truth be told, I 100% agree with this, right? This concept, this psychological shift in the world of content online. What he means by this is, you remember 5 years ago, 8, 10 years ago on social media when it was like, yo, my feed, the content that I see every single day on my phone is based solely on the people that I follow, what my friends are sharing to me, what I'm sending to them, and things that are social, right? Things that are social. That's what our feeds, that's what we saw every single day, right? YouTube, your YouTube homepage was simply based on who you are subscribed to back in the day. That isn't the case anymore. Whether you're on Instagram, TikTok, or YouTube, today, things have completely shifted because platforms, not only do they have AI, but they have realized, yo, I think I know you better than you know you. Meaning, I think I can show you content that you are interested in based off of what you've interacted with in the past, based off of things that you have searched, all of these different things, right? All of your interests. So what they said was, they said, yo, I know you better than you. I'm going to curate a For You page, an explore page based off of you and your interests. Now, us as entrepreneurs, whether you are in your early 20s, late 20s, 40s, 50s, whatever world of social media you remember, delete it out of your brain. Because if you want to win in today's world, you have to create content solely based around your audience's interests. What things are they interested in? What things do they like to see every single day? That is a key pillar in the content that you should be creating, because if you don't appeal to their interests, guess what? Your content will never be shown on their pages, which means they will never be able to discover you. And I don't know if you know this or not, my friends, but discovery and awareness are two of the biggest things in today's world of interest media. If people don't discover you, if they are not aware of you, then guess what? They will never be able to consume your content. They will never be able to buy your product. They will never be able to download your PDF or your ebook. This is the stuff that is important. And the third thing, things that make you the best in your industry. What I've noticed after talking to thousands and probably tens of thousands of entrepreneurs by now is a lot of you tend to ignore the thing that makes you the best. So I don't want anybody watching this to go through that same journey. Let me tell you a story, okay? I consulted this entrepreneur who is extremely good. Like, when I say he is quite literally top 2 in his space of all time, he is that good at what he does. He works in the tech industry. He's extremely known. He does what he does for real, for real. And he started to build his own personal brand, right? He started off by doing some really cool, just FaceTime style videos that were very informational. But as I was giving him a brand audit, which is something that we do in my company, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, if you want one, check the link in the description. As I was giving him his audit, I realized, I said, yo, you aren't leaning on your piece of leverage. He was like, yo, what do you mean my piece of leverage? And I said, well, my friend, you have a God-given key in you right now. He was like, what is that key? I said, you have something that quite literally makes you the absolute best in your space and you're not using it in your content. He was like, yo, I'm tripping. And what he was doing is something that a lot of you probably do, which is he looked up his industry. He saw that the top followed people in his industry were creating a specific sector of videos, right? They were doing this style of videos. They were talking about these topics. And while that's good for research purposes, he just went ahead and just tried to copy them. He's, yo, it's working for them. It must work for me. And that is one of the biggest mistakes I see entrepreneurs make today. You think what's working for other people will automatically work for you, and that is a dud. We live in a trust recession, which means online, nobody knows who to trust. And if they don't know who to trust, that means they don't know who to spend their money on. They don't know who to invest with. Well, one of the biggest and best ways to gain trust is by showing the thing that absolutely makes you the best in your space, AKA show them why they should listen to you, work with you, buy from you, rather than the other gurus that pop up every single day. And I was telling him this and he was like dumbfounded. And I've had so many conversations right after reflecting. I'm like, yo, so many entrepreneurs have a God-given key, whether it's how they communicate, whether it's their skill set within their industry, whether it's how long, like you have something that separates you from the masses. Why are we not using that as a major backbone in the space? So to you, my friend on the other side of the screen, I really want you to think, sit down, grab a pen and paper, write it out, physically write it. What makes me the best in my space? Or what am I the best at in my space? If you are not quote unquote the best in your space, which I feel like a lot of people here would consider themselves one of the best in their space, but if you don't quite consider yourself the best in your space right now, I want you to write out, what do you have that is better than other people in your space? And I want you to really hone in on that to make your content from. These three things, these three elements, these three pillars, these three backbones is really what I want you to build your personal brand based off of. And I promise you, if you follow the things that I told you in this video, I guarantee you will see success in building your personal brand in the now and in the future. I genuinely pray that this video reached the person that it needed to reach. I pray that you get as much value from this as you humanly possibly can. And I will see you, my friend, in the next one. Peace out. Thank me later.